I'm looking everywhere. I'm nowhere at the same time. Y'all, we're live on the tubes. We're so live on the YouTubes right now. It feels all warm and fuzzy over here back on the YouTubes. So there's a thing going on about with sites, but this is never going to stop. This won't pan out for years, or we won't have a definitive answer. Best to stream, Twitch or YouTube. Twitch is a better streaming site, but has flaws. YouTube, not as good a streaming site, but more discoverability. So, where do people want to be? Where do they go? My answer, both. And the unfortunate thing that is known as a 720p stream that you can get on Facebook, where the audience is bigger, because there's a lot of friends I have. But the expandability audience of people who like what I'm talking about is not larger. First world problem. So I am in the middle of uploading my very first live thing. Come join. And I was going to do this and put a time on. I didn't want to do that. On Snapchat. I was going to put a time on this. I was like, we're going live at, I don't know, 11 in. We're close enough. But my little video wasn't ready to go yet. No one can't see that. That's okay. Let's edit. Well, all right. So what are we doing? We're gonna edit some promo pics for Buddy's podcast that I am hoping him get off the ground. And yeah, let's mute that. Let's turn that down. That's not great quality. And we're gonna do it inside of LightRoom. Be like, why didn't you do this before pressing the live button? Because this video was literally edited 20 minutes ago and forgotten about until I opened my phone. I was like, oh, I meant to put that up. I said YeagerShots instead of YouTube. It's horrible. / YeagerShots, this channel. And what's been one thing that I'm already seeing with old Twitch has is just starting a video on YouTube. It's like, hey, can anybody tell you exactly when this thing's like popping off and firing off so the opening countdown screen is even more valuable? Live right now over here, attached to my Snap. I'm just gonna put it on Snapchat. We got stuff to do. Hopefully we can do this under an hour. Don't save. Okay. Oh my gosh. Such first world problems, I know. How's everybody's Thursday night going? I'll be like, are you ready for the weekend? But we did survive a tropical storm here in South Carolina. I'm glad it kind of didn't do too much in the state, but I know some people it did do a little bit with. Man, let's turn up that music ever so slightly. Oh, I know it's probably a lower song. It's not really, the music needs to be turned up or anything. All right, let's get into LightRoom. Let me check something here. Feel free to work with me in the old chat screen. I'm gonna minimize. I'm gonna pull this down a little bit. Got this full up. I don't want that full. Let's do it on another screen. I was like, sure, I'll be fine with a larger monitor that I didn't really want and didn't really have space for. However, I can't complain about it right now. It is already paying dividends. Let's do that. There we go. Live streaming. We're getting the kinks out before the YeagerShots Live podcast. I've been talking about doing for so long now, and it didn't factor in because I just didn't know how many little pieces we're going to live streaming. So live streaming, you know, it's not terribly complex. It's not hard, there's just a lot of steps to live streaming. So that's where we are right now with this. I'm gonna move over to my monitor, and I've got LightRoom ready to go. Make it full sized. Looking over here to see what they're showing. Edit screen is ready to go. And let's do a Mac transition. The Mac transition basically means a friend Mac. She's in that transition. That is all a Mac transition is. So, it's right here. What we are going to do is figure out this first photo. So there's a thing going on. Here's the theme with this podcast. It's crime and entertainment. Not to be confused with any other crime and whatever else, and punishment and sports. Those are also the podcasts. What we have here is crime and entertainment. And I'm so used to doing some nice, shiny, happy photos. I'm probably going to gritty this up a little bit. But I do not have my presets over here. I've got grain over here. Can I like in some? Yeah. So the grain thing filter is right there. Or I could just do the homemade one with the grain at the bottom. So I'm probably gonna go through here first and just take stuff out because there's a couple out of focus. There's a couple like this right here that you just don't need. I'm gonna leave that from the disk. It's a lot that might just get deleted from the disk. This is kind of how I started the editing process. Hey, Keto right there. Keto has some shots coming up. Just trying to do something funny to like get in the camera's face. That would have been nice and focused. So with that, I don't think there's anything we can do really with that one. I would put a edit on the front of some of these too. Sometimes when going through photos, it helps me see what I want to keep with the final image, but really not terribly necessary here for this more chill style shoot. I don't think there's really anything here. It's a boy and his dog photo, I guess. I'm gonna delete from this. So when you remove from LightRoom, you leave the photo on the hard drive. Delete from this is just what it says. Very straightforward. You're deleting the photo from the hard drive. Oh. There might be something we can get to there. So I'm firing these photos off. This is the first time I've seen that. I'm firing these photos off from my phone right here. And the iPhone 2020 SE. The thing about that is firing from your phone to fire off a camera is not very intuitive. So you will miss some shots. You can have delays. Connection issues run amok on there when firing. But it's a better option to have when not have. But it's for shoots like we're standing around where you can fire things off slowly and kind of dictate the shoot. It's not for action sports really. Or even really fast moving kids or dogs like, you know. I know he was really good with his photo shoot. That's a good boy. A good boy. Ooh, that good. Maybe I should have edited that out before getting there. I'm gonna fire it off like bunch just to try and get the thing to fire faster. So I'm doing something here. My partner here, Chip, he might be doing it by accident, but on my face when I'm wait, what do we got? Oh, so on my face when holding down the button, it was on a timer and it fired off several shots. I'm making different faces as it goes through the photos. I kind of deleted a few. What you see right there. All of this happens in the span of, I don't know, 2-3 seconds. Okay. We got so many options. I'm doing it right now. This is a wireless shutter just flashing away, and I'm moving it so slightly to try to get some different looks. This can be useful. So what's with the random setups on the photos? Well, we don't know in the future where we might put some of these pictures and how some of these pictures might get used. So what we're gonna do is leave our options on the table. I'm gonna come over here and adjust some more things, because I, from experience, knows a lot of pictures will be useful in another way. If there's some downtime, if there's some drought on Instagram or social medias or wherever you post photos. I don't even know if Instagram's for stills anymore. Seems like more of a video app than a photo app these days. But it's nice to have options. I can crop in something here, make a Facebook cover for it. Who knows? Things I'm just not thinking of. So the more photos taken can come in handy for later on down the road. However, there are some photos that I shot with complete and total intent. Not too shabby. I was trying to direct them to look around a little bit in no specific direction. So it's like we're trying to do the candid, captured in the moment photos, completely unplanned, but then planned them. Completely counterintuitive to what this kind of shoot's supposed to be like. There was this great shot where some guys left a company and they had something like this at one in the background and one in front looking so distraught, and I always wondered if that was a planned shot or not, and it came to my mind, but we didn't quite do anything like that. Ah, it looks so goofy. Definitely goof meister. What's with the hand thing? Apparently it's a thing that means something. Yeah, that's a trick question. Just look like I have no idea what I'm doing in life right there. Oh gosh. A little Hitchcockian. The belly going out. I know the photo's a little bit dark, but it'll get lightened up some. Just some more options. That's not too shabby right there. I don't like that's kind of crossing that well. Man, now Chip's looking lost as a creep. We look like we're looking for directions. It's like I'm asking him, hey man, where is the nearest Sonic? Alright, let's see what that. My keyboard move showing up now. I think that's that. Yep, okay. So this keyboard's got a delete key. Okay, so that key's just that. I think it's working cool now. This kinda works. The clipping right there. What did I hit? The clipping. Assuming nothing blown out. Yeah, black. So it literally says. I always get confused on the histogram, which side could be black and white. The photo I'm looking at tips me off like it did right there. I forget that this version of Lightroom, it literally does say it. Blacks. Maybe other versions do too, I just explain now too. I'll make decisions on this a little bit later on. There's a story, that's kind of the story that I was thinking about with that particular photo. I was saying where the guys left the company and they looked so concerned and distraught. It was that sort of thing right there. And this is, we're standing around like, no, you don't plan for it to look like that. Like, not for me, it's myself. Yeah. That guy. That can kind of work in a way as well. Already, this like Florida photo is a little bit of an unusual shoot where, because you have such an unknown and where these photos might end up, they're not exactly that easy to be like, yeah, we're gonna throw these out, because these could be usable in a way. And the camera was really doing its job as far as focus is concerned. You know, So I'm gonna stop right here. I got clipping up here. I like that red show me clipping actually. I don't have a problem with that. Why am I gonna stop here and not keep going? Because I'm gonna do a quick edit to brighten up and things like that. There's a group of photos that are taken together. So you can just select one and just get your editing game on with that group of photos. So this is gonna be a set here. This might be its own set, so let's see what we will do. My first thing was be like, yeah, let's lighten it, but in a lot of noir stuff, it's like black, white, shadow kind of thing. If you look at scenes from Breaking Bad, that show could be shot in black and white. So we have these kind of shadows working for us right here in a way. And what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if I want to hit the saturation at all. Don't really need to hit the saturation. Let me go back full screen. Ooh, that did give me kind of a look. Let's go to the tone curve here. See if we can get something a little bit more filmic. What? Problem with my tone curve. Yellow line is throwing me big time. Parametric curve. Well, that's new. They're running an older version of LightRoom. The new version. Oh, yeah. That did something right there. Don't want to mess with that. Not really. So with film cameras and things, they really do pick skies up without too much clipping. You know, looking at the histogram up here, there's not a whole lot of clippings, so it's not too shabby. You see the power of the tone curve. You just take a photo here to here. All the size off. Where's my forward slash? Also, I'm used to using a Mac. There's our before. There's the after. A little subtle, but we dial down some colors. A little bit black level up a little bit. There we go. Now we're a little bit more filmic too. A little contrasty. Now this isn't what I'm going to go for on every photo, but I'm just kind of playing around with this particular one. Blowing the sky out some. That's really super nourish right there. We're strong on it. And I'll probably never have a shot to really edit something like that this way again. But it's just such a different feel from what I'm used to doing. But again, what we're editing is a bunch of promo pics for a crime inspired podcast. So it's like desaturated colors, is noir, big contrast between lit areas and people looking like they're in shadows. This is kind of the thing that I'm trying to do right here. And I wanted to do a photo where it's gonna brighten everything up. We could have done that too, but the feel would have been really, really off. I'm not gonna do too much more of this. I can go really crazy color grading, but I'm just gonna add grain. I feel like grain needs to be in these. And I can go a little bit stronger on the grain than I normally would get a chance to do. Sorry, leaving everybody in like zoomed in mode. Get over there. OBS. So why is OBS not on the screen? Oh yeah, that's right. I got a little thing on the screen. So we can get a nice before and after. Can I zoom in some more? Let's do this. That's the before. Here's our after. Super grainy, filmic even. And that's the before. Here's the after. So, what I can do with this is sort of apply it as a preset. I could even save it to a preset if I did a different shoot. But no, I'll just simply copy it. And I will make adjustments to the different photos that I'm about to do. I'm gonna have to play with color, not color, but really, but sliders and things like that. Lens profile corrections, don't care about that. And this particular shoot, it's a different shoot for me. Sometimes I'm always on those lens profile corrections and the gradients and yada yada. It's just not really what this shoot calls for. So it's kind of refreshing. All right, let's copy here. Let's see what kind of adjustments would need to be made on these. Not a whole lot. They kind of work. So let's just select. Let's just paste. And of course you can just, instead of talking about it, we can show you. You can also just select all these photos in Lightroom with this whole group and just do your edits that way as well. But that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of going through these slowly. See, it doesn't look quite as good on my photo. Right there. So the first one, well, for one, I didn't edit. That explains a lot. We didn't put the edit on there. There we go. How's it look on mine? Wait. Where's my edit? Where is my edit? Paste. Something bizarre is happening. We're not getting our edits on the row like we should. Here, cancel. I don't know what the world that even is. Alright, that looks a lot better for me. You know, a little bit blown out. Let's come over here to, I want previous. I should hang on this virtual Lightroom a little bit more. Also, what screen am I on? I'm in develop, right? Yeah. Alright, let's hit this. Is it sync? Auto sync? Paste update for 12. There we go. I know it's crooked. I'll adjust some of that. I could probably adjust all at once as well. Oh, that grain. Nothing like having a nice image and then just saying, no, we're gonna grain it up. We want this to look even dirtier. This is a good time to show off some auto sync. Let's have it synced up. Let's get it tilted. We got our lines right here. You see that nice straight kind of railing. I'm losing track which line I really need to be staring at. There's also an auto level feature that can be used. Just looking like some crime podcast hosting, guys. And I don't recall, yeah, I didn't touch exposure any, but exposure is actually not too shabby. Alright, so here's a different shot closer. Let's see how this turns out. So darker photo, this can maybe use a little exposure. So I've got my mouse right here and hopefully it will undo. Yeah, so the Logitech M720. I've got hotkeys on the side for delete and undo some of the most used buttons. So for example, I can paste that effect, back it off because I don't want to use it, just previewing what that effect looks like, all without hitting the keyboard. And I can tell I've got these photos right here all sort of lit similarly, looking over at the other screen, in the same exposure because they were shot while standing in that spot with the camera on a tripod. So what we're gonna do is just highlight that bottom row. We're gonna go with paste for that effect. Paste is added to all 19 images. And now I'm just gonna bump the exposure up ever so slightly. I don't want to clip. I don't really want to blow that background completely out. This is where shadows could kind of be a thing to lighten up a little bit. But again, I'm thinking Nourish type photos. So if someone was looking at this without the context of what these photos would really be used for, they'd be like, what? Why was this exposure just dark? What's happening? What's going on? But it's a crime podcast. So that's what I'm taking cues from. That's what I'm taking influence from. What I've done, let's check out a before and after. Already kind of a dark photo, but took out saturation, put more grain in there, use our S curve over here. Cut it back on. The S curve right here is very, let's say standard, but used commonly to try to get sort of a filmed look to an image. And we have the shadows right here and blacks here, your mids right here. You have, I always confuse, is it the white or the highlight? I think it's whites here and highlights all the way at the top. The power of the S curve. It is likely the most powerful tool in any photo editing app, and you can use S curves in video. So it's probably not shown up as great as how it actually is here. Man, I can really hit that exposure a lot more, and I definitely will. I could have made an adjustment between that photo and this pose. So yeah, we definitely need an exposure update. This one I'm upset because we're looking that way, but no one was manning a tripod to turn it. There are some, I guess, rule for lack of a better word, for composition I would apply, but it also can be interpreted nowadays as an uneasy sort of feeling for people looking off your camera like that, and stills and videos. So it flies. Like there's definitely a place for that kind of image, even though we're all off the frame. But again, that can kind of fly. All right, I think lighting was changing dramatically outside for a little bit of these. The sun was flying, going under, and that is really grainy. I added that grain to the sky. That sky was not quite that beat up. That's my grain filter, right? And not, that's a bizarre clipping thing I did. That was a shifting my contact. Oh, I've got the grain all the way up. Back it off a little bit. The shadows are really noisy after putting that grain out. And I have a little bit of a farmer's tan. Y'all. Oh, wrong key. So let's try it again. I have a little bit of a farmer's tan in that photo. What is happening? Oh, grief. Did I zoom? Did my zoom work? Where's that? I think that's a border screen thing. Definitely not my epoch. Yeah, I know I did. I turned my zoom off. Why would I do such a thing? Hold on. Now, the time for this joke is definitely past, but damn, I'm zoomed in. I see what it is. My screen's not formatted for it. So wait, what's my zoom? Not working over here. Zoom in. Unnecessary sequence. What's up with that? Also, camera do I want to be in here? Alright. Figure out that later on. Completely irrelevant. Venus. Oh no. That's the wrong one. So much stuff. Okay. Please look in front of me. There's something going on out right there. It's like, is that playing on land? Kino's in the shoot, so sure. This red is up here. Am I clipping? Let's make an adjustment. So much of me, it's just like I want to brighten up his eye area. I mean, like portrait family braid, but no, that does not fit that photo. Let's though. I'm just gonna bring up shadows a little bit. Some more shadows from this standpoint. Up here, I'll leave the tone curve along. Highlights, gonna bring it back a little bit for his portrait. Copy that. That's a brand new photo, or it's a brand new template. So these, I can tell, are very similar in exposure. None of us are hitting those sit-ups too well, are we? Probably go through and delete so many of those. This is a good example shot. I was showing different angles and things, so I just don't know where photos can get cropped at. I made a decision from here to here that a lower angle just seemed more powerful. That's just composition photography, thinking and speaking one-on-one. These are so similar. I like the more centered one though. I'll just remove from LightRoom. I'll flat out delete that. Close up there. Those are basically the same photo. Close enough. I'm not saying that hard drive space is at a premium here, but it's excess. I'll also come in and crop that at some point. This is really, really great stuff for what you want to do with the tats. Looking like he hasn't washed this year. So that works really well. And I want the shirt. Do we want the shirt? See that? We don't want it kind of there. We want it there. That's why we take so many. That's why you do so many similar standing poses. Okay. Let's go. It's way blown out here. Let's bring some whites back down. Get a little bit of that back in there. Oh man. So what I'm wondering right now is I'm so used to the basic commercial photography now at this point where doing anything stylized it feels strange. I'm like, I want to fix the colors. I'm going to add them back. How's Stream Beats doing? Oh, Harris Hellersling. Still in there where we need to be. I don't know how many more tracks I got on the EDM. We are on 19 out of 100. Okay. We got a ways to go. Plenty. I'm so glad to be back on Spotify. Where did I throw Lightroom? Right here. Okay. Give me a hand on transition. So those look so sun-drenched almost. What's it called, those photos? And before, well, minus the red. After. He wears that kind of look well right there, I think. Just away from Lightroom here. I also was not super intentionally in this particular shot, but I'm like, where would these end up? Where would they get framed? I could have did some to get back even further. I'm telling them where we're gonna put all these. These were a little bit more fun. I was like, yeah, give me a different hand move. I think I can paste the same preset on here now. Not really a preset, because it's not in the preset category, but for the sake of photos, we'll call it a preset. It's kind of the same. Let's remove this one with a little bit more headroom. These aren't really angled straight, but it's not that it's crooked, it's just I'm on an angle where the fence is going out further away where the camera is, so it's not really the tripod sitting over there. So it's not really a big deal as far as it's just a funny one to have in. Now I'm rethinking that because this is a whole lot more crooked, but again, the fence is getting smaller here going further away, so you're like, when will you use these? Who knows? I did want to get like a natural smile shot in there, and we did it. We did it. That's really fantastic. Can't coach and plan that. Cut the head off, but you know what? Whatever. Nothing here for that one. Oh, so my complexion and how the sun's bouncing off of me is a whole nother ball game. I'm putting that on, so I might have to make a little adjustment. No shadows, it's sort of a magenta. I think that might be enough for what I want to do. Maybe just go that way. So mine's are a little bit greener. That red shirt is super saturated. Not super saturated. That red shirt is something else. Also, these would look okay in black and white, in my opinion. All those would really fly in black and white. That would fly so well in black and white too. This black and white shirt on. As a matter of fact, if I remember, let me make a virtual copy. That's what it was. Virtual copy created. One is to. So what a virtual copy is, just for whatever you want to do. I want to have this sort of color right here and black and white here. I can have it in the same list and then export it. Look at that black and white. Let's get back to. Oh, I don't want that black and white because I had a really good feel for getting that magenta out of the shadows. Which I need here. Color grading. Shadows. Magenta is this away in this area. So let's pull it more this away. Wait, it's, oh, whoa, that's universal. It's not really hitting the shadows. Even though I'm just kind of nitpick. Oh, am I not selecting? It'd be good. Yeah, that's global. It's universal. Whatever. There we go, shadows. It is kind of still getting off, but I really like that sort of greenish though that I just accidentally kind of stumbled on just now. Let's keep it. I'm not clipping, but I feel like I'm overexposed. All right, let's copy that. Almost midnight. Got so many more to go through. But we'll stop it just about right here. Cancel. Shift not the button on PC. Using it for the last 20 minutes, it better be. Okay. Be good if I remember to back out and expand that, right? Yeah, I'm not super worried about if it's straight or not in those. Could definitely take some out though. For nice and neat sake. We'll go with the one where the belly doesn't look to be protruding like that. Just want to move it. Almost the same photo, so. Talking about something. What is this in the background? Some food visit. Tire or something. Got more headroom than the other one, so I'll keep it. That was a toss-up. It's no real rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of feeling out. Yeah, this could come in handy. This might not. I really want to keep these feeling like they were in the same universe, but I didn't like how the shadows was just a slack bit too purpley. Highlights. So we're running into kind of how different complexions can react in these kind of lighting setups differently. And I'm also ready for my haircut. Next week. Yeah, let's do that. I know where I'm going to tripod. Just looking disgusting. I'm gonna do a thing with our shadows and then instead of blacks. We're gonna blacks up. That real desaturated look. I think that's my go-to, the Birdman hand rub together. Thanks, Deli. It's a Deli move. It's a shout out to him. My computer's like, are we about done? I was like, little sweetie. Head cut off, but good. Camera's on a tripod. Oh no, Chip might be shooting these. Oh man, when I need it. Did I just leave it? Okay, I have it right here. That is never probably gonna be any good. before I shut it down. This whole thing right here with the face. Let's brighten it up a little bit, shall we? Put one mask over here. Good. Now let's just go exposure. Wait a minute. What? Why is it all around there? I'm gonna invert the mask. Where is my invert tool? Oh. That is definitely super unnaturalistic. Feather. Thank you. Alright. Done. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's gotta get pulled off. Yeah, I'm gonna rip it off like Hogan. Without all the racism. I don't know what's going on that one. Let's see. Will this edit work? Because that sky was so bright. It's a different lighting situation. Let's undo. It's something interesting. I might be able to take what he had happening in his or in these. And it might be a better filter. As the skies and the light just keeps changing around. Yeah. Well, okay. That doesn't fit either. Let's go back to mine right here. Does this fit? These couldn't have been taken much further apart time-wise and sun and sky-wise. A little bit better. Feel like I can manipulate my S-curve a little bit differently. Like it to match up. Alright. What is happening? You hit the exposure. Do 1/400. This feels incredibly wonky. Let's see who's holding the camera on these. Feels very off from this shot to this shot. Highlights, contrast. I don't know where it's poking out. There's something funky going on here. It's the white level being pulled slam down. The fact the sky's just gray. Alright, we'll roll with it. It's not terribly important. Alright, this moment. Is the game over? Yeah. Oh, with the slides, that's not gonna make any cut right there. Did YouTube send you I'm asking like I was online. Just saw YouTube send you an email. Guess it. Hi. Did I hit the bell and follow this channel? Send you an email, let you know you lied. We're gonna do this. Those legs there. This like photographers don't take good photos when camera equipment is around them. If you've noticed that, like, behind the camera, fun. Actually working it, but in front of, with the tripod right there. That's all it takes to just break any cool factor we might have had. I don't know, it's like camera equipment in a photo of photographers is a jinx. So over here, we're inside, and that's a different set of photos. I will sort out tomorrow. I actually don't know how I want to color those. Like these. Okay, these aren't so bad. But this is pretty bad. Slides. Oh, here, we'll switch screens while I check to see if my playback worked. So out of live streaming shape. So the content keeps shifting. Playback thingamajig did not work. Why is that? What do I have set up? Oh. Wait. Captures. No. They should definitely have ended up in here. Replay. Oh. Looking around. Where is that screen? Or is that just a video game thing? Which that don't make a lick of sense whatsoever. Also, I sure don't remember which keys I even has some of this stuff set on. Not that. Over here. Home. I don't know what I did. No. I didn't do my whole record capture. So lame. That's okay. Sorry, y'all. We're figuring this thing out. Cannot believe. Is it in the gallery? No. This guy. Alright, so I'll probably wrap some of these up offline, but we did have some nice close-ups for variety's sake. We did some fun stuff like this right here. Again, I'm not super positive how we'll edit some of these as far as colors and things go, but the base is kind of here for what I would like to do with these particular shots. Belly's out. I'm trying to catch that while shooting, and it's like, it's just not going away. Some stuff outside. Got some backgrounds to knock out. I'm definitely not gonna get all these this week, but I'll get some uploaded and share them with my partner and in crime. wonder if the new update took out some of my capabilities that I've got to look for. So, here's what we're going to do. We have an iPad. PG with the transition. Just play some stuff with her. Get that loud mic over this way. The mic placement, man. That's something else. All right. We are at how long? Just about at an hour. So that is me editing some Lightroom photos, promo pics for a Prime podcast that we're getting up and running off the ground. Some fun shots are in there. Whew. Hopefully this was useful, helpful stuff. Seeing what in the world I'm up to. I want to thank live streamers for showing me that working and editing photos while live streaming and double multitasking is the way to go. I know there's probably another level of this, but it really does help productivity to do your live stream and edit at the same time and hang out with everybody. So thanks for joining. An hour is more than enough time here tonight. And I will speak with you all probably next week as we figure some stuff out. What do we have going on? The YouTube video is going to get made. Some more stuff about how to make a podcast coming your way. A podcast. This is getting meta. The podcast where I talk about making podcasts with different parts and aspects that aren't covered in a YouTube video. That's coming up. Hopefully next week. We shall see what happens. All right. So love everybody. Mwah. And I will speak with you all a little bit later on in this thing that we call life. Where is my hotkey to get us out of here? Oh boy.